Hi everybody, hope you're well and hope you're staying safe. Now, hopefully you watched my video on brushing, and on that video I briefly talked about snacking. So I thought I'd do this video and go a little bit more detail about snacking and how it affects the mouth. So let's talk about that first, okay? So anything we eat, okay, doesn't matter what it is, in the mouth it goes very acidic. It's to do with pH. Now, we all have bacteria in the mouth. Now, some of the bacteria helps form something called plaque, okay? I'm sure most of you have heard of that, and we briefly talked about it in the brushing video on how to remove that plaque. It's that film that forms on your teeth, okay? Now, if you're having something sugary, sweets, chocolate, anything like that, then what happens is that bacteria eats away at this sugary stuff, and then it forms acid. And that acid is the acid that attacks the enamel, the nice white part of the teeth, and that's what forms cavities, okay, the holes, which we don't want, especially at the moment where you cannot routinely see your dentist. Okay, so I know at the moment it's very, very easy for us to just, especially on lockdown, to go into the kitchen and pick up all these kind of unhealthy snacks and sweet, sugary snacks, okay? But it's really, really important that we try not to, okay? Especially at the moment in lockdown where everything is just at home and available. Now, a lot of my friends and family have told me that this is the time where they've done lots of cooking, lots of baking, okay, because we've got the time, we're at home, including myself, okay, when I'm not at work, I've been cooking, I've got banana bread there and cakes, etc., okay, but the key is not to be snacking it, especially not throughout the day, and try and keep it to a minimum, kind of, it shouldn't even be every day, all right? So, what's happening? If you are having these sugary items, if it's going acidic in the mouth, okay, say for example you're having it mid-afternoon, you just come into the kitchen, have a cup of tea and you want a biscuit or a cake. So what happens is it's going acidic again and it's attacking the teeth. So my advice is if you are going to have something sugary, a snack like this, then you need to have it with a meal, at meal times. So for example, what I do is if I'm having a treat, not every day, but if I am having a treat, then I will have it straight after my dinner. Okay, I know lots of people wait half an hour before they have their dessert, okay, which I know you might feel like you want to wait, give some space and then have dessert, but that's actually not a good idea at all, because if it's going acidic in the mouth while you're having your main meal, and then you're going to wait a little while and then have something sweet, number one, it's going acidic again, but number two, that sweet stuff is going to be then causing the attack on the teeth. So it's kind of double the problem that then we began with. So we really don't want that. Obviously saying that when we eat, of course, by time, roughly about 20 minutes, it balances in the mouth, okay, and it goes neutral again. So that's why I'm saying it's really much more better if you are going to have something sugary to have it during a meal time. So as it is, you're already eating and it's going acidic and you're having, I know you shouldn't be having this sweet stuff, but we're all human. And if you're having that, then it's going to stay in that acidity phase before it goes neutral again, okay? So instead of all these sweets, chocolates, things like that, there are so many healthy snacks that we can have, okay? So for example here, I've got, you've got some vegetables that you can have. I love to advise, and I've run out today, but carrots, carrot sticks and hummus is a great idea. We've got cucumber, tomatoes, crackers, nuts, cheese, fruit. That's all much, much healthier snacks. Of course, if you are allergic to certain foods, if you are allergic to dairy, if you are vegan, then you've got to find snacks that works for you there. Things like nuts, crackers, avocados might be okay for some people, especially if you're a vegan, for example, okay? So you can even make this fun for kids, cutting up slices of cucumber, tomato with hummus, breadsticks. They'll love that, okay, for adults and for children. So it's a great idea to do. Fruit-wise, I know it's silly to say, but too much fruit is also not good, because a lot of these fruits have lots of natural sugars, but also things like oranges will have, they're quite acidic. Okay, so we don't want to be having too much of these either, but part of your 5 a day, great choice to have. Okay, so my advice is, I know it's easy at the moment being home to want to snack on this, especially if you've got kids and kids are just reaching out into cupboards and trying to grab all the snacks, but try and hide them for yourself and for the kids and treat yourself. But for example, what I say, even before lockdown, and what I normally say to my kid patients is have a day in the week. Choose that day in the week. So most of my kid patients choose Friday or Saturday, which is obviously end of the week, end of school week, and it's the weekend, which makes sense. And then on that day, the parents are allowed to give them a few treats. Okay, but try and stick to that even now during the lockdown, including yourself as adults. Okay, try not to go into the kitchen, have a cup of tea and have a biscuit every time. Just should be now and again. Okay, so you know, there's so many options of healthy snacks, you know, available to you. You know, this is what I found just now in my kitchen. So, you know, it's easy to be able to eat all these healthy snacks. So my advice is, if you are going to snack throughout the day, then try and stick to more healthy foods. Ideally, don't be snacking too much on the sugary items, you know, cakes, biscuits, chocolates, all these kind of items, they are going to be causing a lot of damage to the teeth. All right, so I hope that helps a little bit. Obviously still enjoy cooking and baking like most of you are, but try not to eat it all at once, okay? So yeah, so stay safe everyone, stay at home, and we will talk again very soon. Bye for now.